Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Welcome back to the Song of the Welkin Moon Archon quest here. So much has happened here in Sumeru. And we are now in the Temple of Silence. The Irminsul crisis is getting worse. The Fatui may or may not be involved. And they're either involved or they know more than we do. Kale has the remnants of the Goddess of Flowers and was able to draw upon her power to quell the Jinn. All these things are happening, and now we need to go back to the mausoleum of King Deshret to activate Aaru, this ancient device that was hidden within the mausoleum. So, yeah. You've probably just watched the previous episode, so I don't need to recap all of it. Let's go to the Great Hall of Truths. Let's see. Oh, all the way to the mausoleum. Hey, we bring a jet with us. Yay! Okay, I vaguely remember being here.
We'll be arriving
and the
at
feast
our
is here too.
Very shortly.
Okay. It's again, the technology that King Deshret's civilization had was so advanced. Yet, obviously, seeking more than they could handle really brought their downfall. So, let's see. What is within here? I actually feel like I remember this room. I remember specifically saying how sparkly the water was. It's so sparkly. It is! Oh, the world is literally collapsing as we speak, but at least, see, the water is so sparkly. And I was remember talking about how it's sparkly like in Enkanomiya, and there's like the flower petals that are glowy. I specifically remember this room. So this is Aaru? The Golden Slumber.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors.
No, it's the cat!
Really? What is this place now, a tourist attraction? Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely, and not just here to chat.
Nope, you know us too
correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
And we need your help.
Oh, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Croco's faces. All this activity is making for quite a special day.
I like how, once again, all the legends tell of the gods and their emissaries being so serious, but actually they were very funny back in their day, and that just didn't get translated over the thousands of years of storytelling. Lilupar included.
I know that laugh. Lilupar? What on earth are you doing here?
This is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you? Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilupar. Goatee, Croco, and I all have the same
You're
problem.
trapped, and she can still float around.
Did Deshret seal you away? How did you break free,
Right.
and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic,
something like that.
watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
Well, lots of interesting stuff has been happening in
I'm
the outside
starting to
world
take
for
a liking
sure.
to this magic bottle lady.
Oh, actually, that fits so well. Never.
Time is of the
And
essence.
Lilupar are both very
Let's get
ruthless
down to
indeed.
business. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you.
Aren't you just afraid they're gonna run away?
Stop arguing, Croco, and Goatee, don't
Why
you
is
stop.
why is Ibis King the only
harm in
one
letting
who
her
is able to
speak.
talk?
It's
Not
not worth
why
getting
can't
so
Croco and
angry
Goatee
about.
speak? I don't even know what
Forget
their
about
full
that.
names
The
are.
three questions are the crucial thing here. But
Do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open.
Oh, you did
Unless,
try to
with
answer
the
it?
passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
Okay, so
I think that makes sense.
what's different about the
I
answer?
found it quite
Yeah.
compelling myself, and I told Nefer so.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation.
Then what is the answer
Well,
then? That's a pretty
That's
well
simply
thought out
because
answer.
it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time.
Truth and falsehood.
And that's not only the answer to the final question. It's the answer to all three of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are
Right,
always
like the
fraught
void.
with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong.
I see. So when Nicole was talking to her, convincing her to come along, that whole thing about love and hate are strong emotions, but they're nothing compared to the void. Time. Time is what renders all of that into nothingness.
You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Interesting.
Time. Well.
That's
Indeed.
another great answer.
Perhaps in building Aaru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin.
Perhaps. Is that what Aaru is about? But even if it doesn't involve the creation of this big kind of device here in the mausoleum, I mean, even just, philosophically, time is the only thing that's left to judge us, even when we're all gone. If we're so lucky as to be remembered, only time will help us to be judged in the end by those who come after us. The passage of time. Yeah, that makes sense. It worked? It worked? After thousands of years, you guys are free? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I didn't expect you guys to be literal. I don't know why I wasn't expecting you guys to be literally an ibis, crocodile, and goat. I understand you guys were depicted as humans with those animal heads in the murals. For some reason, I thought you guys would still just be humans with hats like Sino. Ah. Actually, it makes a lot of sense now. Huh. I think in the previous event, they said that they were imprisoned in Aaru village. I bet that was actually a mistranslation. I bet they're actually talking about Aaru, the device in here. But it's just, I don't think anyone's referred to it as Aaru up until this point. It was whatever this thing, I guess it was called the Golden Slumber? I don't even remember fully. I don't think I don't recall anyone referring to this place as Aaru before, so that's why they probably translated it as Aaru Village before realizing Aaru was a separate thing from Aaru Village. Okay. Well, shock aside, hello, I'm glad we could help you out.
This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long
You're not a
time.
cat!
You have my sincere...
You're not a cat! You were...
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
You were an ibis
Turns
all
out the
along.
statues were quite faithful to the source.
Yeah, I'll say. Like I said, I thought they were gonna be
You
humans with
seem
hats.
to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to
Oh my God,
cherish
his
what
mouth
they have.
opens and talks.
Nevertheless,
How do you even speak
after
like that?
everything you've
With a
done for
beak?
me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, in prison for thousands of years
Hello,
kind of sucks.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease. Seeing you two getting along so well.
I don't
Should
know if
we
you mean
maybe introduce ourselves?
sarcastically or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino. And this is the former Spantamad sage, Cyrus. But I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you
And how
can
come
imagine.
only Thoth could
But
speak and the other two
hold
couldn't
off
until
on
they've
the
been freed?
introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
Oh,
You're
I'm
like a
sure
helpless
she
parrot.
looks forward to that.
Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities.
Yeah.
I thought I ought to
Or
share
at least they
its
don't
fruits
expect
with
you to
two.
be like this.
Is that
I think it
so?
would be quite a
Well,
shock.
I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your freedom.
They're so funny.
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now, state your wishes, young
Yeah,
one.
and don't backstab
I'm
us.
Sorry?
But
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
well, great.
General Mahamatra, what
Well,
do you
aren't we
think?
here to ask for their
I won't
help?
beat around the bush. Sumeru is
Yeah,
facing
we
a
need their
crisis the
help.
likes of which have never been seen before. And we need your help.
Sino and Nafis recount the various
Every
things.
calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
Aw.
Whatever is wrong with Ermin's soul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon.
Hold on, do we need to back up and tell them that King Drescher is dead? Or do they already know that? I forgot.
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon?
Long story.
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel, a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Ah,
And
good
did not
heavens.
want to be one of the 7
I
pillars?
shudder to
Yeah,
think
that
what could
one.
have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons.
It's a long
I
story.
suppose she and Kusanali must have some
Yeah.
history.
You can help us make history too.
So smooth, Sethos. I love it.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Well
I was gonna
said.
say that was so smooth to lead into that.
Currently, no one can connect to Ermin's soul. We hope that by opening up Aaru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Unfortunately, Aaru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irminsul itself. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aaru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues.
Yeah.
We have no choice
Yeah,
but
modern
to go all in
technology.
on this.
The only issue I see with this is, in this case, modern technology, I don't think is as advanced as the computers they had back in their day.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aaru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru.
Yeah.
They need you. And they need Aaru.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our
My old
support or not?
fogies. My
Since you
bros.
ask so nicely. Naturally.
My homies.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally.
Oh my gosh. Once again, meeting all these different gods, like now we've met the 3 moon sisters, now we're meeting these 3. It's like they're all these revered figures, and then you just realize they're like just like funny everyday people in real life.
You claim that you wish to open Aaru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made
I like
up,
that line. Before people
Very
can
well.
dream, they must first live.
we shall summon our
This
erstwhile
game,
colleagues
the
to
writing is
discuss
so
this
beautiful. There's so
further.
many beautiful lines.
Saint Chesapank, Saint Bennu, once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But now, we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices.
Oh? I can feel this strange sensation. The ground is trembling as if answering the call of the Goat King. Are two more of them gonna appear? Actually?
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating.
You're a
autonomous
robot?
will.
2 of the 7
Saint
pillars are
Shepard,
robots?
Responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well.
Then your
Yeah,
trust in my
that-
well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened
Oh, it's like
with
their
that same
consciousness
phrase,
preserved in here?
life,
I see.
death, and now even beyond.
Beyond
Al
death.
Akmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake?
This world's still in
Good.
crisis.
We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aaru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose the motion.
Aaru is the pride of Al Ahmar. Opening Aaru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars.
Is that including a Pep who doesn't
You
want to
have a
be one of the
convincing
7
reason
pillars?
to present to us.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom.
It's so much
A
detail they
god
modeled
without
for
his
the
people shall cease to exist.
Goat King and Ibis
and
King
King
and
Deshret's
Crocodile
greatest
King.
wish was to provide protection for his people.
That's actually really cool.
Let us then
Like these
honor
unique
our God
NPC
King's
models.
wishes as we consider our decision.
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is true. But Apep is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon
Yes.
as we speak.
Long story, once again.
Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof?
I ask the 3 kings, can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim?
Me?
Naturally,
That-
the
that's it.
Ibis King, Thoth.
Oh, my vote doesn't count.
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity. Simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience.
I like that.
Herreshoff, you diabolical fiend.
Yeah.
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that?
Yeah, you gotta take responsibility for this, bro.
I miss
My
the days
homies.
when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability.
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's?
Hypocrite
So you
though
do
are,
take
Lord
accountability.
Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezpank, approve the Goat King's proposal.
I love how these guys think. How do I know? Well, you can blame Thoth, and Thoth can blame Nefer, and Nefer can blame us. In the end, the story is actually 3rd or 4th hand by the time it reaches them, and they have no way to prove it's true other than the chain of trust, which is, once again, just think about how influential the Traveler is to have gained the trust of so many esteemed friends here.
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us
understand the significance of what they intend to do.
Yeah, I
Remember,
mean, I wouldn't be
the
talking
moment
about
that
this if it weren't for
Aaru
the
is liberated,
end of the
the
world as
myriad
we know
souls
it.
residing within
Everything
the
will be
golden slumber
brought to
will
chaos and
return
disarray.
to the ley lines. And once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by Irminsul. To
Just
take this
great.
step
That's exactly
is
what we want
bring
to
the
do.
perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end.
Well, if the work was incomplete and he's not really enjoying it for himself, wouldn't he want to save the people so they have a chance to achieve greater things? And I'm thinking to myself about the Eternal Oasis. I mean, I'm not sure if that place was real or not, but doesn't that seem like a utopia? In other words, in a way, haven't you achieved your goal?
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be asking this if it
Furthermore,
weren't
the
this dire.
contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace.
King
Well
Deshret's
put.
creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that many do not see it this way.
I see. Yeah, I don't think
no
everyone
matter.
would unanimously agree that
Saint
that's
Binu
utopia.
approves.
Hermanubis'
Thinking about
representative and the Dendro Dragon
Capitano
Apep made their choice
and
ahead
everyone
of time.
else.
While the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aaru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aaru be reopened.
There we go. The gates of Aaru. Whoa. So cool. Oh, you can see the connection to Irminsul. The branches are turning blue. The souls are being freed.
Hey, look at that!
Have they been trapped in there all this time?
Are we under attack? No. Wait, it's...
These look like souls. Silhouettes approach us from within the light, then pass through our bodies like wind through a veil.
Here you are. Through the sands of time.
Is that her
see you.
father?
Father.
It is!
Father, is it really you?
It's Jet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the golden slumber, didn't he?
That's right!
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown. Strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear.
You have to leave, don't you? Please, just answer me this. What should I do for you?
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Semail, is finally free. I am truly grateful for the chance to see you again. That the
this is a
dead should
beautiful
meet the living
meeting.
is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself.
Aww. Oh, and away he flies. Let the souls
Father.
here be free.
Father!
Once again, the way that certain world quests have become involved with the Archon quest, and realizing just, I mean, as it was always true, but more than ever, like, these stories were important. The lives of all these NPCs we met were important. And I love how they remember details like that. Like, don't forget that Jet's father was absorbed into the golden slumber. He sacrificed himself. And so that's why she came here. So she would be here to see her father one last time. Like all the connections, all the little things that they had to remember and put together to make the references complete.
Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat? Maybe it'll help you feel better.
Oh,
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me.
Yeah.
He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake. And now, after all this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief.
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times and the bad.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Father.
In fact, that's a recurring memory, isn't it? The past, good and bad, is an inescapable part of you. Goodbye. I'm glad we could see you one last time. Okay. Souls are being freed.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed today.
Yes, you did, Thoth. Yes, you did.
We three retainers, once imprisoned for our iniquity, are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, Aaru is open. Now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aaru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle.
You mean we have to do this together?
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most displeased.
Don't worry, we'll try our best
It
not to mess
matters
this up
not.
too much.
The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis,
Yeah, this is all his
you
fault
chose
if
to
any
take on
problems happen.
disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans.
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aaru, never to leave again for all eternity.
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aaru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aaru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Irminsul itself. This shall afford you some convenience.
Oh, thank you.
Unseen and unheard. From this moment forth, none may by sight or hearing perceive anything said or done within the mausoleum.
Well, you know, I can see this backfiring. Nothing will be able to get in. Nothing will be able to hurt us. Won't nobody know if some problems happen to us in the mausoleum?
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the power of Aaru?
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done.
Yeah.
So,
the
marvel
gods
away.
wield
This is the
terrifying
reward
power
you have
beyond our
earned.
understanding. It's only how they
Alright.
choose to wield
Well,
it.
that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon.
Good. Hopefully. That's it? As all falls to emptiness? That's all? Quest progress saved. Ancient shadows reemerge. Darkness looming. Wow. Alright. What's up with you guys? The water glitching out is kind of getting distracting, I'm not gonna lie.
Naturally.
I have a sudden urge to stretch my legs. Can anyone recommend a suitable leisure activity?
Yeah, go run a marathon.
I might have had some recommendations for you were this the past. But here and now, for someone who has just left prison, there could be no greater joy than simply being outside of it at last.
I could not agree more.
Alright, well, enjoy your freedom. I'm glad you guys did not betray us immediately after we freed you. That would have been really bad. So many friends here. Hey, Jet, how are you doing? And Lilupar.
As I thought. The so-called 7 pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming as ever.
Well, so are
What do
you
you
if
mean?
you judge
Not
by
a
the same
fan of the
standard.
boys' club? As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are entirely undeserving of my attention.
That I agree, you know, the boys club.
Akhmar once commanded me to
So,
select a
like,
king
you
from
know,
among the
full of
people.
themselves.
So naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy.
Ugh. Can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated, and I haven't read that many storybooks.
You think this is a mere story? Well, many would also say that the journey you shared with your father is not but a tale. My life, your life.
True.
They are nothing but stories.
Literally, literally calling out the
Little
world
girl,
quest.
It appears that you really have grown. In the past, you would have flown into a blind rage at my words, but now you are unperturbed.
Oh, it's nothing. I just feel like you're right. Getting all pissed at someone for telling the truth is pointless. It only makes me look bad.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
This
The
alone is proof enough of your
the blinking
growth.
water is starting to.
You're doing well, my dear girl. Becoming ever
starting to bug me a
stronger.
little bit.
Strong enough to defend the people and things you hold dear.
Yeah.
You think so? I hope you're right.
Oh, I'm glad they've bonded. Can I just say, so much better for Jet and Lilupar to have their own voices than me having to voice them. Why is the water doing this? Even if I'm standing still, it's glitching out like crazy. Yep. Everything about this. The blue, the swirls inside, the digital effects. You can see it's deeply connected with Irminsul and the effect it has on the branches of all these trees. Huh. Wait for the researcher to arrive. What do you mean, the researcher? I'm hoping you brought more than one researcher.
You must be Sethos, the successor to the Temple of Silence.
Gosh, I actually feel like...
Yep. That's me.
Yep. Oh, there we go. The water's good.
Right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judging by your outfit, I'm guessing you come from the desert too?
Yeah. You know,
That's
the
right.
outfit's actually a
Started
big
off in the
giveaway.
desert, went to the rainforest, then went from there to Nodcry, where I work as an intel broker.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You don't seem to talk about yourself all that much.
Yeah,
Yet here
I was
you
just gonna
are,
say. Usually you
volunteering
skip
your
out in the
life story to
the part where you're
How
actually from Sumeru.
Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends.
That's
I
true,
like
you
making
know.
friends too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino, and
That's
a little more
true.
streetwise than Tainari.
Which is why
Extroverted,
you
but
came
also
over this
as a leader
side,
of the Temple of
giving me the
Silence,
chance
very
to strike up a
knowledgeable
conversation with you.
about intel.
Was I that obvious?
I think you did fine. You were mindful of my attitude and hoped to lure me in through sentiment.
Lure you in isn't exactly how I'd put it. I see it more as an invitation.
An invitation to what?
To put down your luggage. Lay down your burdens. To return to your home.
Yep, definitely appealing to
and be
sentiment.
truly welcome in the place you once felt so estranged from.
You're a more interesting heir to Bamun than I was expecting.
Since you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you. And I think you'd be a great asset to us. Not to mention the power you and I both hold. Originally belonged to the same organization.
True, the 7 pillars.
Aha.
Hermanubis.
There we go. Now
Ibis
we're
King.
getting somewhere.
No, the water's glitching out again. No, seriously, what is... I feel like I'm gonna have like a seizure. Like not... And I know I'm not going to, but like what if somebody actually does have photosensitive epilepsy? Then they actually are gonna have a seizure. For me, it's actually kind of making me dizzy. I know it's not gonna make me feel that sick, but I can just imagine the water glitching out like this to somebody who actually has epilepsy could actually make them feel much more sick than I feel. And already it's kind of making me dizzy a little bit. What? You're not voiced now? What else would he be doing? Whatever yours is, huh? And Collie's with them, I suppose. These kids are rarely apart, are they? Our elders have always said that your school days stay with you forever. This goes doubly so for Sumeru. School days can be long indeed, wouldn't you say? Well, does it look like I'm immune, saddled as I am with you and Zaha Hadid? Oh, what's that? Tired of us already? And speaking of Zaha Hadid, she mentioned out of the blue how you doodle on your books while studying. That's hardly all I used to do while hitting the books. She said you'd once circled the name of a murderer in a detective novel, and that, just in case someone missed it, you even wrote the murderer is so-and-so as a hint, on the title page no less. That was you? I feel like we talked about this, or somebody spoiling the ending to a murderer novel before. That was Cyrus? Did I now? I suppose I always was the creative type. Oh, laugh it up, would you? Young Cyrus really was a budding genius, wasn't he? Full of wild ideas, more like, and you're still very much that kid, you know, a living example of how your school days stick with you. As they have with you, you straight-laced prig. You know what? Let's leave it at that. Might as well bear with one another rather than expect us to turn our lives around or something. Truth be told, you should probably keep an eye on Sino and his friends. We'll all need to tread more carefully than we used to. I will. Take care of yourself as well, alright? Don't let the pressure get to you. They're the same age. How come Cyrus is like multiple years retired and Nafis is got a promotion and is still working. But like I said before, Cyrus is like the most unretired retiree. He is still out there doing so much work for the academia, even though he's not the sage anymore.
Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher is scolding mine.
Okay, yes.
Classic.
Someday are we gonna
Did you
be like
see her?
them?
She's a former Vahumana student who dropped out of the academia and went to Nodcry to work as an intel broker. There's more to her than meets the eye.
Yeah, but do you really want to
can you
delve
tell?
into it?
Do the Matra have information on her?
Do you really want to delve
Some,
into
but
it?
nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to be an expert liar. She can fool many with her words.
A sixth sense for liars after investigating so many of them, I take it?
Yep.
Yeah, he mentioned
What about
that.
you? What do you
before.
make of her?
A little earlier, in the corner, I noticed she gave some supplies to Jet and had her deliver them to the main group.
She's meticulous and highly observant.
Yep, all
Besides, what was it you said? Making it to the top is no easy feat in any profession. Anyone who's at the top of their game has to have some sort of edge over others.
It's true. But she's not the only one at the top of her game. I also am. And so are you.
true. Yeah.
Sure, but what's to guarantee she won't overhear us talking about her?
Nothing. She's
Don't
definitely
worry.
overhearing you talking about
I
her.
have my methods. Sethos is distracting her.
Ah,
Oh.
I see.
You think that's gonna work though? I don't know, Sino. You think that's enough to distract her? I mean, very astute of them to pick up about all of that about Nefer. I don't know how much more you're gonna get out of her. All I can say is, I don't think she's your enemy. I mean, at least Sino is the academia police. So it's really out of his jurisdiction about, you know, the mass murder of all of these different conflicting tribes in the desert, right? That's really not in the scope of his work, I would assume. Okay, I gotta stop looking at the water. Let's have to look at this. This was our gate to Irminsul now. And hopefully Nahida will be back soon. But anyway, very interesting to meet you three. Very interesting to see how the story ties together. So cool to be involving Jet and Lilipar and so many other characters that didn't get to be a part of the Archon quest before. I mean, I think that's something. I mean, that was same with Albedo in the previous chapters of Song of the Welkin Moon as well. Characters that so far haven't made their move in the main storyline yet, but you can clearly tell that they were destined to be part of it. Like Kaveh. And then characters like Jet, where I'm just happy to have you along for the ride, and that it was more than just that one quest we did together. That our bond has lasted a lot longer than that. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end off. I was expecting the last part I'd save to be longer, but I'm tired, so I'm kind of glad it ended here. They have still not figured out the Fatui involvement, or if they are or if they are not, who's behind this and why and what's happening. I guess now that we have access to Aaru, we might be able to delve into Irminsul and see for ourselves. So, I'll be doing that in the next episode. Notice how it's only Ether here? Ether is so cool. The rest of the party is gone. Interesting. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.